hopefully you heard the scripture reading we just read together. And something wonderful happens. We already know that Jesus was killed on the cross, right? Yes, we know that. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. And wonderful, wonderful miracle, we know that he was raised. And right behind me, always, I remind you all the time, when you look front and center, you see Jesus on the cross for us, and Jesus living for us. Okay? It's always front and center in our hearts and what we worship. Well, in the gospel lesson this morning, one of the times that Jesus is seen by his disciples after he's died and alive again is this story we just heard. And did you listen to this? What are they doing all through the night? Peter doesn't know what to do, so he goes back to his old job. What was his old job? Yeah, fishing, right. And they fish all night. All night. And what did they catch? Well, they wanted to catch fish, but they caught none of them, right? They were one step ahead of me, though, all right? All of a sudden, there's this person on the shoreline. And he says, got any fish? And no. And he tells them, throw the net down on the other side. And then what's the amazing miracle that happens? They caught some huge, matter of fact, 153 big fish. They were so amazed. And you know what? The fact that they even remember the number, the details, tells us how strong it was in their minds. They remember, wow, this is something. And they counted all the fish later. And Jesus is welcoming them. And Jesus, did anybody ask them, who are you? Did you hear that in the story? Did anybody ask? They turned to Jesus and go, who are you? Did they? No, they didn't. They didn't because they knew, wow, this is Jesus. He's alive. Here he is, eating with us. Well, I wrote, that's the story, right? I wrote down some things here. These are in different languages, but you know what these say, right? You know, actually, I didn't put it in English, but I'm going to tell you what these are, different languages. This is in German, which my grandmother used to speak. And this is how you say that. Ich lebe dich. Okay? And this is in Spanish. And you might hear that a lot all around, right? And it says, te amo. Ever hear te amo? Well, you know what it is. Okay, very good. Te amo. And sign language, this is the symbol in sign language. For people who can't hear very well, they use sign language to speak. Now, Ayana, you knew what this was. Do you know what it says? What does it say? I love you. Very good. This is all different ways of saying, I love you. Te amo. I love you. Baby. I love you. And there are many, many languages and ways to do that. And today's story, what I'd like you to remember about the story of Jesus on the shoreline, breakfast on the shoreline, is that nobody asked Jesus, who are you? And Jesus doesn't say, I love you, but he demonstrates it. What's demonstrate? It's to actually go into, what does it mean to demonstrate? Actually show, very good, very good. He doesn't say, Levadish, Te amo, put up a symbol. He shows them, he loves them. They catch fish, he feeds them, and he shows them that he is alive. He shows them that